This video will show you how to use the rotating messaging system. There are two reasons to have this rotating system. One is so that everyone will send out unique messages. So if I have two different users in the same town sending out messages, those messages will not be identical messages. They'll be rotated, and I'm going to show you how that works. The other reason is if you send out the same message over and over and over again, the phone carriers will eventually start blocking your text messages, and it'll reduce your response rate because the leads won't get your text messages. So having them rotate through thousands of different combinations will make it possible for these leads to go out on a more consistent basis. I'm going to the root file for the follow-up campaigns, and then let's look at the AutoMarketer campaigns because these are the ones that we've modified for you. Now you can modify any of your follow-up campaigns using the rotating messaging system, but we've already set up some of them. We've set up the 3-month campaign, we've set up the one-time campaign, and we've set up the We Will Buy campaign as well. I'm just going to show you the 3-month campaign. And all you have to do is, if you want to access it, is look at it by clicking on this little I button. Scroll down this page, and each one of these is a different message. And we're going to take the first message in the batch here, and we're going to look at this message. And this is where the rotating system is going to be found. In the past, all we saw was this section, and this is one message that goes out to everybody. But since we included this rotating message system with this particular campaign, we've added all these different ways that this system, or way this message can rotate. And one of the easiest ways to see it is by clicking on Preview Rotating Message. And when you do that, it shows a message that is a combination of these things here. So it would be, hey, I saw the house you have for sale, and then it continues on, advertised, and I'm curious. If you consider selling, rent to buy, yes, let me know. I appreciate it. So you read it from top to bottom, and it can be read in any combination top to bottom. And you can keep clicking this, and you can see all the different variations that this would have. So if you're going to create this type of system for yourself, and you want to use different verbiage than what I've got, just be really careful that every possible combination works. It doesn't seem awkward, and it's my belief that we've accomplished that. Now, if you want to use just this one message and risk it getting blocked because it's sending out too many of the same, it doesn't always get blocked, but sometimes it'll get blocked. If you want to do it that way, you can hit Clear All Fields. It'll ask you, are you sure you want to do that? And you hit yes, and it's going to clear out all these fields. And if you save that, it's going to close this, and then when you come back into it again, you'll see that those messages are all gone. Now, if you said, oh no, I made a mistake, or I tried it this way and it didn't work, let's restore the default fields. You'll click this button, and you can restore all these fields. Make sure to save it again, and then check it to make sure that it all came together here. So now you know that you've got these things. One more thing to take note of: if you clear all the fields and then try to do a preview rotating message, you'll get an error message that says there's no rotating messages available for preview. So it won't give you those messages. But I would preview through several of them. If you're creating your own, preview through several of them. Make sure that they make sense before you save them. So I'm going to restore the defaults here just so to make sure that my system has all those in place. And I'm going to save, and I'm done. And you can do this with each one of your messages. If you have a URL in your message, the system will also take that into account. You can either, if you're going to put a URL at the end and it's going to be the same URL, make sure that it's in all 4 of these places here. And it shows you the maximum amount of characters you can have in each of these fields. So if you want to try to do too many of them in one section, it won't work. You've got to be able to do it with these character numbers. And we kind of set it up so that The first part 1 is going to be your greeting, and part 6 is usually going to be your URL, or it's going to be thank you or goodbye or appreciate it or something, some finalization of the greeting. And then put most of the message in the middle. And you can leave some of these blank. If you want to leave a whole row blank, you can, and it won't put it in there. It won't put a space in. If I want to leave the whole top row blank, I could get rid of all these greetings, and it would just do this section here. So you can modify this any way you like, and it won't. The message won't look odd as long as you can read top to bottom, and it makes sense, or angle to angle, or however you do it here. It's going to still got to make sense. And of course, test it by hitting preview. Okay, I hope that answers the question.